Whereas your first theory was wild, my second one's a bit wild here.
Okay.
First of all, Elon Musk is going to McDonald's now. I think he's very high while he goes there.
Ready?
Welcome everybody to another episode of the Jay and Kyle Show. This is Jay Perry. I am Kyle Andrew. We are here to talk to you about things that are super duper important. And today we are talking about and wondering about, what do you think Elon Musk's go-to order at McDonald's is? This is complicated.
Yes.
Because we're assuming this guy goes to McDonald's. I think he does. I think he's one of those eccentric guys.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, we have to assume that he goes.
Yeah.
Now, I have two answers to this, if that's okay.
Please.
I have a pre-Elon Musk fame answer and a post-Elon Musk fame answer, if that makes sense.
So you are suggesting that Elon Musk's preferred order at McDonald's has changed along with his fame and notoriety. It's evolved.
Not so much his order changed, but his whole McDonald's experience
Well,
changed.
that's a certainty.
Yeah, so this is kind of a question that I can probably relatively answer well, because I'm not sure if you even know this, but I used to work at McDonald's.
I did not know that.
For 4 years in my teens, I was a kitchen worker. Great job. So I got to spend a lot of time in the restaurant and also study individuals who go into McDonald's. Now, I know there's a massive FBI profiling section, and they should probably study the habits of McDonald's to find out who are serial killers or not. Because I found that there was 3 individuals on average that come into the restaurant. 1, the person that comes right in, goes right in line, is looking right at the person, possibly even has their credit card or money in hand because they know what they're going to order.
Right.
They get up there, give me a combo 2, medium Coke, large fry, whatever.
Okay.
Second person you see in line, they're looking around. They're not sure what they're going to order. And as they get closer and closer to the cashier, they start sweating. And they go with their fail-safe, which is usually a cheeseburger combo. Now the third person, and this is where I feel Elon sits pre-fame, walks into the restaurant, goes straight for the paper.
Like
grabs
the
a paper,
newspaper.
A newspaper.
Right.
These people go the same day every week at
Yeah.
the same time.
Yeah.
It's an outing for them.
Sure.
And they are veterans of McDonald's, so they know that that's a time to go when it's least busy. 2 things happen with this individual. They get the paper and they go up to the order and they say, give me a big breakfast with a coffee. Or they get the paper, and as they're pulling up to the order or walking to the register, the lovely cashier will say, "Hello, Mr. Tugnut. We have your breakfast ready," because they're in every day. This is kind of a long-winded answer.
It's a fucking super long answer, but I'm into it. It's fine.
So-
You've really given... I just want people to understand how little prep we do for this show. We don't pre-discuss
None.
this. Like, it's not... You apparently have spent the last 3 days. All right.
Well, I did spend 4 years working there, and that's why I feel like I
You're
have
an
this
expert.
knowledge.
You're an expert.
I study people from the back. I watch them. So Elon is that third person. He goes in at the same time every day, every week, whenever he goes, and he's going up. Now, his order, I feel like he's getting a 20-piece nuggets, medium fry, coffee, 1 barbecue sauce, 1 honey mustard sauce.
It's so specific, but I completely disagree with you.
Now, let me tell you why he gets nugs. And this is my theory that I heard a story once of what Albert Einstein does. And I feel like those 2 guys have a lot of similarities. Einstein only ate hard-boiled eggs because to make a hard-boiled egg, you just put them in a pot and you boil the water and you get a hard-boiled egg. Saves on cleanup. He's not there scrubbing egg residue off of a pot.
Yeah.
He's just kind of in and out, going back to his science. This is why I feel Musk would pop in, grab a paper, grab a 20 nug, sit down, and dip and eat it and enjoy the experience and gone. So that's my pre-fame. And because you're also on this show, apparently.
You have no idea how intently I'm listening to you, though. Because now I want to jump in with, I'm going to also give my opinion pre-fame and post-fame.
Okay.
Are you done your pre-fame? I think it was fascinating, by the way. That was the best monologue of this series so far. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Okay, so what do you think, pre-fame Musk?
The issue I have with the order you gave on behalf of him there was he's too calculated to order French fries. French fries are nutritionally useless, and I feel like he's going to look and go, there's no protein really in these, and they're deep fried in oil. I want 2 burgers. I think he's like a 2 double quarter pounder guy, and he probably has ketchup on there. And I think he skipped French fries because when he was building his life up, what was it, PayPal? PayPal was like his major thing. Was that what his thing was?
Yeah, that was like
I think that's what gave him his first billion.
Merged with
yeah. Well, he was so calculated in formulating everything. I think he would have been sitting at the register doing all these mathematical calculations about all the empty carbohydrates in French fries and how they'll slow him down and he won't be able to stay up all night. But he needs a sustenance of the beef protein and all. I think I'm getting manic kind of describing how I think he might have placed his order. So I think he was like a double, like he was probably like a double quarter pounder, 2 of them, and then a giant Diet Coke with no ice because ice is useless. It's already cold. I think it would have been so precisely calculated.
2 double quarter pounders, so 4 patties?
Yeah. 4 patties.
Wow.
Like I eat more protein than that. The fitness stuff you probably do too, but technically that's a sufficient amount of protein for a day. Discounting the fact that like whatever quality the meat is, which I'm not commenting on. I don't think he's going that far, but like, yeah, I think he would get 4 patties one way or another. But like the double quarter pounder has like less, like Big Mac sauce. It's delicious, but it's useless nutritionally. And I think he would have been like running all this stuff through his head.
With your answer, is he eating in the store?
Yeah, I think he's the type of guy who likes to leave the evidence of that there. I think he leaves with his half of it. I think he probably refills that Diet Coke because he's probably a caffeine junkie at that stage of his life, and out the door he goes.
See, that's why I went with coffee, because coffee and like nuggets aren't really a combo, but he's not a normal human being.
Fair.
So that's why I thought like the clean, easy pick with a nug. You know, even if he were to eat the nuggets with a fork, wouldn't surprise me. I'm not sure if I'll go there just yet, but wouldn't surprise me. Again, cleanliness.
Yeah.
I may or may not eat chicken wings with a fork sometimes, just to keep clean, right?
Sure.
So, but I agree. He's in store pre-fame. I think he enjoys the environment because it's what might humanize him for a half hour, and he doesn't get that anywhere else because he's crunching numbers and whatnot.
He probably actually feels like a human trapped in a robot body and needs those, like he's probably calculating in his head, yes, I need 20 minutes of exposure to these normal people in order to feel human the rest of the day. Now I will stand up and my workstation area is clean. I will throw this in the garbage and then I will leave.
Yes, yeah. Okay, that's an interesting fact because before we get to my post Elon fame answer, we both agree he's eating in store. He's doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
Is Elon the type to leave his tray and garbage at the table? Or does he pick up everything, bring it over to the garbage, do the whole thing, tray on top?
I think the experience back then to him would not have been complete without cleaning his area.
Okay, I agree. I think that he is a tray putter backer person.
I think that's also the technical word.
If it is, isn't it?
It is now.
Now, if we can go further into my post-fame answer, I'm still going with the 20 nug, maybe even a 40 on special occasions. But now he can't go in the store because
no chance.
People are going to see him, and it's not going to be the same experience. So unfortunately, he had to change it. I think he goes through drive-through. Now, maybe he's got a hat on, fake mustache.
I don't think he goes that far. I bet you it's just the bell cap.
Yeah, maybe like big glasses or something, right? Whatever he's got in there.
He's in a Tesla Model X because he's got to be up near the window so he can kind of the closer you are to their height, the lower you have to roll down the window.
True. Yeah.
So if you're reaching up, you got to go way down because the arm angle. You just
Yeah, and I think he gets his 20 nuggets and sauces and coffee, but he doesn't leave the parking lot.
He still eats there, but alone.
Yeah, he reverses into a spot.
Interesting.
Eats in his car and watches the people go in because he wants that full experience, which he can't get inside anymore.
He longs for it.
I think so. And I think you're right about it calculates I need some human exposure for X amount of minutes to fulfill something that his brain is telling him to fulfill.
Okay.
Now, yeah, so I'm going 20 nug in or out.
So you don't think that his order changed just how he consumes it and where? Although the where is really, now he's just outside the building.
Yeah, it's more so that just changed on the location.
Right. Huh. Okay, so I have a bit, whereas your first theory was wild, my second one's a bit wild here.
Okay.
First of all, Elon Musk is going to McDonald's now. I think he's very high while he goes there.
That's all it is.
I think he's getting very high. I'm not saying necessarily speaking from experience, but obviously McDonald's is way better when you're super high. So I think he gets very...
Before you go, because I'm good at cutting people off, apparently.
No, it's fine.
Is he going to McDonald's because he's high? Or is the high telling him, hey, you need some McDonald's?
I think...
Or is he saying, I'm going to go to McDonald's, let's get high first?
I think he thinks about McDonald's craving or binges like once a month, and he just... Leaving the house is probably painful for him. Going in public's painful for him. And I think he uses the high to convince himself to find what was a bird fly by. What the hell
I
was
just
that?
realized I forgot to put a light on me.
Oh, just whatever. We're this far in now.
Yeah, I would stand up.
Is
and
it your
get
hair light?
I'm in my underwear here, so.
You know what's the weirdest part about this episode? I'm also in your underwear.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
Wait.
So anyways,
that
let me
left
finish
at
my
your house.
story.
Okay, sorry.
You turn on your hair light so that the last 3 minutes of this episode looks normal.
There.
Oh my god, it's like an angelic beam of light. Anyways, okay, so he gets super duper high and he goes through the drive-through window only to be presented with a frustrated answer by the person on the other end of the intercom, which I won't give to you yet, because at this point, he waits in line, does not order, pulls into the parking lot. That's when he puts his mask on, or he puts some sort of face covering, dons his hat low, goes in, asks for the manager, and then questions the manager relentlessly about why can he not get the McRib. And then the manager says to him, the McRib is seasonal. He's like, but look at the analytics online. Everyone wants the McRib. And he spends an hour convincing this guy that they need to bring back the McRib, this owner of this franchise, even though this guy has no control over it. But he does such a good job that this guy writes a letter to head office and says that Elon Musk suggests we offer the McRib $365. I think
so he knows it's Elon.
Well, at that point, yes, you're not going to talk to the guy because this guy's going to be like, why is this calculated guy making such rational...
So he rolls in with disguise just to hide himself from the public, gets a one-on-one with the manager,
That's right.
Glasses off, hey, it's Elon. Okay, that makes sense.
He doesn't demand a McRib because I don't see him as a rude, I'm rich, give me whatever I want. But I think he makes a really good case as to why they should still have the McRib. And then he leaves with 20 pieces of nuggets.
Yeah. He just wants it back for the people. Doesn't like the sandwich.
He doesn't even like a McRib. He just wants to understand why they don't sell something that sells so well and people beg for it.
And wants to see
because he
tweet.
doesn't understand pop culture. He doesn't calculate things. McDonald's game plan with the McRib has always been limited time only to create demand. If it's available always, people will know it's a pile of trash. So it's all a marketing thing. And then he doesn't understand pop culture and movements and nuances of behavior and stuff like that. So yeah, I think he makes a case for the McRib, then gets his 20 nuggets and coffee, leaves. Although I see Elon Musk having like a $9,000 coffee machine at home as like a rare expense. And he has his beans flown in from like the Blue Mountains of Jamaica or something.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that Elon probably doesn't go to McDonald's.
Yeah, let's be honest.
For this,
Like, he would Uber Eats that, wouldn't he?
I mean, he'd buy the McDonald's. And,
Yeah, because that guy needs in his portfolio is a couple of McDonald's franchises.
yeah, he'd want to bring a couple of McDonald's franchises to Mars.
That actually makes so much sense, though. Also, major push on Tesla into China and India right now. Well, guess what's really popular in China? McDonald's.
Yeah.
Who knows? Do you think Elon Musk is trying to buy McDonald's?
I think so. I mean, I really think he wants to bring it to Mars. It would be great food, but no atmosphere.
So, I guess we both kind of settled on 20-piece McNuggets and a caffeinated beverage in both cases. You
Yes.
say with fries, I say he skips fries. But now that he's married and has children, he definitely brings fries home. So I'll throw the fries in there, whether he consumes them or not. If that guy comes home from McDonald's, that's why I think he might be the type of person that spends all day at home preaching how they should never eat McDonald's and they should be healthy and it should be all organic. Then he sneaks out, binge eats fast food, clears all the evidence, then goes home. I can see him being that guy.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Somehow we just had a 20-minute conversation about Elon going to McDonald's.
Was that 20 minutes?
I think so.
What's wrong with us?
I don't know.
Okay, well, this is normally the part of the episode where I tell people to subscribe, but screw all that. Do whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah, go to McDonald's. Tell us what. When's the last time you had McDonald's?
I haven't had any this year. That was a dad joke. I guess we could explain when we're taping this, but no, it's funny. Trust us. I haven't had McDonald's it's been months. Probably October or November. It's not my go-to. I like a Big Mac as much as the next guy. Fast food, though, it's a little bit down the list for me. I have nothing against it, but
I don't think I've had McDonald's in over 10 years.
Come on.
Maybe
you
15.
must be you have a different relationship with it. I've talked to people,
and
like a lot of people have had jobs at McDonald's and they never eat it again for the rest of their life.
Now, I don't consider McDonald's breakfast McDonald's because that's
right.
because that's delicious.
Oh, when you're hungover.
And for some reason, you think it's healthy. I mean, it's...
Well, here's the thing. There's a fitness... You can get an egg white McMuffin.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, you can... I don't know what that really means. You can also just stay home and make eggs. Yeah, I'm swatting floating cat hair out of I don't know if the camera can pick them up. I'm just like...
All right, well, everybody, thank you for watching another episode.
Comment on what your go-to McDonald's order is. I know you were going to say that we got cut off, but let us know.
All right. We'll catch you in the next episode. We need like a tagline to get out on.
We just need like an exit. Do you think we should build robotic giant hooks to pull us out of scene?
Yeah. Mine will be...
Yeah, that's definitely that's the solution.
All right. See you guys next episode. Ron, email us, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Let's go fishing, buddy.
3, 2, 1.
I clap too all the time, and I know I don't need to.
I'm gonna rock
Are we beat mugging
your case.
Wait.
Your papa said to steer clear, 'cause I